Hi guys and girls on YouTube. In this video we're going to be taking a look at some early satellite receivers. Now this is one of the very first. It only had 19 channels. It's a Tatung early bird, and if we take a look at the service manual here, the actual model number is at TRX 1801. Now we'll just take a quick look at the service manual and then we'll have a look inside. It's an early analog one. It's got magnetic polarizer. These were very simple. If you actually look at the diagram, there's not really that much to it. Most of the work's done in the tuner, but these were very unreliable, due to the fact that it had just a linear power supply with a few regulators, and these really generated a lot of heat inside. They didn't last 5 minutes. I actually had one. Now I can't remember what year it's from, but it is one of the first that came out. So if we take a look at this technical bulletin from Tatung, it's actually got a date on it. It says 17th of January 1990, and here it's a note to say from 5th of February 1990 the Sky movie channel will be encrypted, and what you had to do is you had to buy a separate encryption box that plugged in the back, and that was responsible for encrypting the scrambled channels. And of course there were lots of people who started bringing out pirate cards then. So I've already unscrewed. It's got the same kind of touch membrane on the front of the Tatung 190 TVs had. That was also very unreliable, because the buttons used to stick down. Let's take a quick look inside. I've already removed the screws. Take the screening cover off here, and you can see how relatively simple it is inside. Most of the work's done in the tuner because of course there's no decoder, but just look how simple that is for a 19 channel satellite receiver. In fact, when you look in this is in pretty good condition inside. Most of them, all the print used to go black, especially around these regulators, because they really did run hot, these. So yeah, that's probably quite a rare item now, especially with the original remote control and the service manual. So let's stop the camera and we'll just move on to oh no, I'll tell you what, yeah, we'll just stop the camera and move on to another couple of satellite boxes. Right, so let's take a quick look at some early BSB equipment. Now for those of you who don't remember BSB, it was a bit like VHS and Betamax. It was a good system, but it was never going to work because you only had 5 channels, and from memory, because I had one of these at home, from memory I think they only had 2 channels you can watch and the other 3 were scrambled, or 3 you could watch and 2 were scrambled. But that's it. That's a BSB dish. As you can see, it's square. It's got the original wall mounting bracket on. That mounts on the wall there, and it's well, they called it square reel. So let's just have a look at the matching box that went with that. Right, so here we have an example of the 5-channel BSB satellite receiver. It's complete with the original box. It's also got the original instruction book. That's the model STU 902. There's this little booklet that comes with it telling you all about it. It's such a long time ago I can't remember all the details, but I know that the actual BSB system, it didn't last 5 minutes, and one day one of the wholesalers came round. BSB had announced they were closing down. These used to be £399, and a wholesaler came round and they were knocking them out at £80 to get rid of them because they'd only got like 12 months left before they closed down. So I bought one for £80, and yeah, it was good. We didn't pay for any of the channels, we just had the couple of free ones, but it was a good system. Now unfortunately I don't have the remote control for it, so let's stop the camera, just take a quick look inside it. So as you can see, that's the inside view. The tuner's a huge great thing. As you can see, it's got a switch mode power supply, which made these very cool running, unlike the Tatung ones. And well, that's about all you can say about it really. Lasted 5 minutes. So that's the Philips one. We'll just take another look at a different brand of B-Sky B receiver. We'll take a look at a Tatung one. That thing on top there is some sort of backup battery. Must be to store some memory in these chips. Right, so this has got to be an even rarer item for the simple reason it's still got the original batteries in the remote control. They haven't leaked, and the sell-by date on the batteries is 1989. Now that's the book that comes with it telling you all about the dish. That's actually the remote control. That's the original instruction book for it, and it's got one of these little books like the other one had, with a little notification in there. So we take a look at the front. That's the front view, and we'll stop the camera and just take the lid off and have a quick look inside. Right, so once again, as you can see, I've got the original box for it. I've got the lid off. There's a big screening cover there. I've already undone that screw. Let's just lift it off. As you can see, it bears a lot of resemblance to the analog receiver. It's obviously had quite a bit of use, this, because the board's all burnt around that resistor and them chokes. It's got the same backup battery as the Philips one, and what appears to be the same microprocessor board. And yeah, so that's another rare item, the Tatung 5-channel BSB satellite receiver. Right, so just out of curiosity, let's see what happens when we plug this in after 30 odd years. It's got a SCART connector on the back, so I've connected it to that Sony telly there. I'm not going to use the on and off switch on the back because it means leaning over. I'm going to switch it on from my bench, so we turn that on first. And I'll flick it down here and see what happens. Right, ready? Oh, flash from standby light. I wonder if one of these brings it on. Oh, yeah, it's come up on the TV blue. PR3, no signal present, it says. There's a button on the front. One says standby, one says test. I press the one that says test, and all this data's come up on the screen, and it says there, diagnostic test, self-test passed. So yeah, obviously still working after 30 years. Yeah, fancy that. Right, let's turn it off again. And there we go, back to standby. Yeah, right, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this has been a trip down memory lane. Just before I stop the video, we'll just take a look in another room. I've been doing some tidying up, and I found some more TVs. Right, so as you can see, we're in a different room now. But look what I found tidying up. That looks like a TX10. There's another one down there. Looks like it could be a Philips, maybe a K30. And there's another one underneath that you can't see. That looks like it might be maybe a rediffusion Mark IV. So yeah, that's probably the easiest one to get out. That looks like an early Thorn Ferguson TX10. So you know, if you like my channel, keep subscribing, and one day we'll get this out and have a look at this as well. Right, so that's it for this video, guys. If you like what you see, subscribe for more, because I've plenty more stuff. I've plenty more things to take you on a trip down memory lane. Yeah, so that's a look at some very, very early satellite equipment. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Goodbye.